So Matt Foley from Content Studio. I'm presenting the Ned Kelly Discovery Hub today. It's a project for the Rural City of Wangaratta. We did use a lot of steel in the project, both for structure, roof, and also within the interpretation. I'd particularly like to acknowledge where consultant Michael Webb is part of the design team, or an important part of developing the steel structure. Also from Content, Matt, Ben and Alan, my co-pilots on the project. So two main aims of the project. First was to provide a gateway and focus for visitors to the siege and the broader Kelly story, a significant part of Australian history, colonial history, and also to provide a really strong reason for people to pull off the highway, not go to this BP superstation, and actually visit Glenrowan, which is now being bypassed. Glenrowan is 2.5 hours from Melbourne on the Sydney to Melbourne train line. It's about 10 minutes off the highway. The siege site itself is now basically surrounded by and encroached on by residential development. There's not really much in the way of artefacts actually left on site. All that remains is the reconstructions from the 1980s of some of the original buildings, the train station, and some fairly dated interps from about the same period. That's the signifier of the site where Ned Kelly was captured. The main street has a whole bunch of sort of Kelly-focused tourist offerings, Big Ned, Ned's Burgers, an animatronics museum if anyone's seen it, which is fairly special. The building site is to take advantage of basically, to try to basically draw in visitors approaching from either Melbourne or Sydney, and provide a lens to the events of the siege. You pass through an interpretive centre, providing context, and then you basically arrive at a panoramic window which overlooks the site. A first floor viewing platform connects you to the greater Kelly story. The brief was to design a circular viewing platform, which led to a cylindrical form. We put a roof over it, which started to create some hard to avoid references to Ned Kelly's helmet. And then we added in a curved stair to take you up to the viewing platform. We twisted the form to create a series of helices and different radii, adding to the visual dynamism of the structure. We used steel to create this structure. Its strength in small section built a frame for the facade, which was light, both in weight but also visually. Its ability to be easily fabricated provided the flexibility needed to construct a series of helices that feature in the design. Steel was also an important part of our design as it referenced the armour worn by the Kelly gang. So we ended up with, just go back to the previous slide, Ben. The shape of the building reminded the engineers of the rib size of a Milo tin, with the stepping in and out of the wall acting to stiffen and prevent the buckling of the thin wall of the tin. It occurred to our engineers that we could use this spiral form of the building in a similar effect to achieve a very slim and efficient wall structure. So we ended up with thousands of small pieces of fabricated steel, which were welded into wall panels in a shop in Cobram, and they were trucked to site. The whole frame was erected and bolted together in a week without any issues, so that was a real credit to the shop detailers. The ground floor houses an interpretive centre, which introduces visitors to the siege and context and events of the area. Toilets are really important. It's another main reason people will actually basically pull off the Hume Highway if they know there's a clean toilet. They'll come and stop. And the first floor viewing platform acts as a compass to key events of the broader Kelly story. A roof over provides respite to visitors. This is one of a number of designs presented to the community. It was overwhelmingly preferred by the people at Glenrowan at consultation sessions held informally at the local hotel. Charred timber cladding acknowledges the role of fireplaces in the Australian bush in the events of the siege. Charting obviously also preserves the timber, reducing the need for applied finishes in what is a much harsher environment than Melbourne. As the building can be approached from many different directions, from road, train or bike, it was important for the facades to present in all directions. Stainless steel web mesh encloses the lookout. Its transparency allows uninterrupted sight lines at the culturally significant sites. Board and batten cladding references the bush construction typology of the time. Inside, You're welcomed by an entry by a Welcome to Kelly country interpretation. Visitors then circle round the panels, introducing you to the people and characters of the siege. The central projection wall outlines the contest for land between Indigenous landowners, squatters, selectors, settlers, and also the policies that create the environment which produced the bushrangers. You then move through a timeline of siege events and arrive at a projection wall which brings to life the events of the siege. And once the projection is finished, it becomes clear glass, the black outlines roll up, and you basically have a panoramic window which looks out over the siege site. Back outside, a big curving staircase takes you up to the first floor platform. And the platform features a rondel with a cast bronze map of the surrounding area, and a seat inspired by Ned Kelly's green sash provides visitors with a place to rest. Cast stainless steel rails in the rondel lead you out to the perimeter. Those rails also run through the slab. There's a series of didactic panels, and each one of those points to one of the Border Kelly story sites, whether it's Euroa or Jewellery. Once established, the landscape designed by Sinatra Murphy will conceptually recreate the original semi-cleared woodland of the railway paddocks. We used some local grassy woodland species propagated at the local nursery to create some garden beds spaced in the grassland around existing trees. So most visitors to Glenrowan leave by 4 or 5 p.m. We're aware that this project, and particularly the viewing platform, had the opportunity to become an asset for the local community after hours. So we reference the Victorian rotundas in the park surrounding Melbourne. To facilitate this, we paid particular attention to the lighting with the intention of creating a night presence. And you can see just the last image there, not only on the rotunda but also to the site itself. We used basically colour-on long line, which had the ability to be faceted to create this donut-formed roof, which is amazingly flexible. Thank you to the Rural City of Wangaratta, and particularly Alan from our client, and also to the people of the Bangarang and Yorta Yorta, whose land we worked on, particularly our bulldozer who participated in the project.